Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to go over the reading for the day, and in looking at the overall cards, it looks like many of us have put a lot of time and effort in honing and refining a craft, preparing ourselves for a career or career moves, projects, ideas, family, starting new projects in relation to family, whether it's expanding a home or expanding the family or starting a family, things related to relationships and romance. And there's also this energy of being a little indecisive, not sure when it's the right time, not feeling certain about making decisions in relation to this, and allowing a lot of the things from the past to kind of keep us in a state of like impasse or indecision, or allowing the fears and frustrations from the past to control us a little bit, and having also the energy, the cosmic energy of helping us in this impasse and in the indecision to break with the past and break with fears and the things and obstacles that have kept us from moving forward and really going into a time of abundance. So getting started, the first position or the first card is related to the atmosphere, what is influencing us, the present position, and the card that came up was the Empress. The Empress symbolizes abundance, generosity, and creativity. She represents gifts of abundance, material comfort, sensuality, security, emotional support. This is an auspicious card for anything to do with starting a new project, whether it's children, expanding the family, expanding the home, bringing harmony to your relationships, starting new relationships. She symbolizes fertility and femininity. She symbolizes if you had an idea on a creative project, that it will thrive and prosper financially. She expresses this idea also of resources being available and having the support that you need to get your projects off to a good start. In relation to the home, it could be your thoughts of renovating or extending or moving to a larger home. In terms of relationships, it's definitely a card of happiness, and it could be starting a new relationship, a relationship that already exists will be moving to a different, more committed part of that relationship. There's also, in terms of career and money, security and support. So related to this, the second card that was pulled is the Two of Swords, and this is the immediate influence. And the Two of Swords always reminds me of a person that is simply in a position of indecision, not bonded, but somehow being able to make a decision, but unable to decide. And it seems that whatever projects you have in mind that you wanted to push forward with, whether it's relationships, family, career, The only thing that has been stopping you from getting what you want is your inability to make a decision to move forward. So you need to look at what it is that is not help, that is keeping you from making that commitment. It also reflects that there might have been an important period of taking time to think through all your options in relation to this project, relationship, career decisions. So, but I believe that time is done. Whatever time you've needed, it's time to act. The next card pulled is a gold or destiny in relation to these projects, relationships, career moves. And the card that I pulled is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is harmony, childhood reconciliation, and old friends. It gives the feeling that part of the goal and destiny that we have is to return to this childlike wonder, this freedom to play and not worry about life. The way sometimes we're so burdened by so many responsibilities that we don't have that beautiful, wondrous, playful way of moving in life. It could actually also be the nostalgia of childhood memories, wanting to visit places that bring that nostalgic feeling and good memories. It also could be the desire to reconnect with old friends, or that you will be reconnecting. There will be people showing up in your life that you haven't seen in a long time, that is going to surprise you. They're going to approach you. It could be an old flame, romantic relationship. It could be family that maybe you haven't seen for a while that you will reconnect with. So this is in the cards as well. So the next card is the card representing the distant past, but it has relevance to what's being played out here. And in the distant past, we got the Devil. And the Devil is all about bondage, is all about fear, is all about regret, resentment. Anything that's happened to you in the past that is keeping you from making the decision of moving forward. You have a project, you have a relationship, you have romance possibly, someone that you romantically are thinking about, approaching. There's a project, a creative project that you've come up with that is brilliant, but something is keeping you back, and it has to do with all the things in the past that maybe you have failed, betrayals, insecurities, fears, the bondage, because fear is very paralyzing, is something that's emerging here and is saying to you, you need to let go of the fear. Part of being able to make a decision to move forward is to let go of the past. So the next card after the Devil is the more recent past. And cosmically, in the last few weeks, we've been working with an energy that's been allowing us to connect to all our karmic past, all the knots, all the situations that were created. Either we created them or we were subject to other people's unkindness. And all of these feelings have come up so that we can break with them, so that whatever is left, whatever energy is left, and these karmic knots are done, and there's no energy left in them. So the next card that we got that represents the recent past is I believe it's the Ten of Swords. It's kind of funny because my eyes weren't seeing, but it's the Ten of Swords. And what the Ten of Swords shows is a man is on his face down with 10 swords in his back. And it's just saying there's nothing left in this anymore. And it's necessary for us to be able to do that because it's breaking from the fear, it's breaking from all the past heartbreaks that are not allowing us to bring new love energy in. It's breaking with any failures that we've had in the past, maybe projects that we started and never succeeded in, and we were a little gun shy. So all of this energy of breaking with the past and breaking with bondage is very important in order for us to move forward. The next card is the future influence, what is coming into being in the near future, and the card that was pulled is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about celebration, abundance, family, and friendships. It's a card that tells you it's time to celebrate. It's about parties, reunions, anniversary, weddings, birthdays, great nights out, weekends away with friends and family. It's a time for indulgence and reward, and to enjoy other people's company. It's also a great card that represents new friendships, new romance, a lighthearted love entering. It's also a card that brings the feeling in of abundance, rejoicing, pleasure. It could represent physical healing, emotional healing, time that's coming where you could spend time with people you feel good around, good vibration, great energy levels. Is a very positive card, especially related to the creation, because the three is the triad, is the idea of you need three forces in order to manifest. You need the positive, the negative, and the neutralizing forces in order for things to actually manifest. And this is the kind of energy that's coming in. This idea that you have, if you could just make that courageous leap to push forward with the relationship, the career decision, the project, the creative project, that you have the influence of this Three of Cups to be able to push forward. It could even represent expanding the family, a pregnancy, a birth, or it could be in reference to career goals, new relationships. The next card is a reflection of us, where we are right now. And the card that we got is the Eight of Wands, and there's like 8 wands flying through the air, and it's an energy of all the energy needed to manifest. We're manifestors, we're co-creators, we have everything we need to really bring our ideas, our relationships into fruition. It's very auspicious time, and we have the wings, basically, within us. The magic, the alchemy, the magic wand is in our hands. All we need to do is to be able to trust. The Eight of Wands also is a card of communication, which means that we have the ability to communicate what we want in a relationship, what we want in a career, what we want in terms of creative projects, being able to get the resources we need. There is also going to be a lot of communication coming towards us, offers coming in our way. Be ready for that. Be ready to actually move quickly. It's going to be very swift, fast, frantic energy, you might even be encountered with more than one suitor, more than one job offer, more than one possibility in ways that you can move forward in a creative project. It could be starting a family, and it could be all of these things. And it's really important under influence of this card for you to really prioritize how you want to move. But there's great news coming, especially about love. If you're already in a relationship, it's going to be deeper and more meaningful. And there also could be travel involved when this card shows up in a spread. The next card is environmental factors, and the card pulled is the Eight of Pentacles, and it's about education and achievement. And what it shows is someone that has really honed his craft, studied deeply what he does. It has developed skills, and you're still working. There is a part of whatever projects you want to do. There's still some work involved. So if it's a relationship, there's still some growth involved. If it's mending an old relationship, there is some work involved. If it's about a creative project, maybe there's some skills that you still need to work on to help assist in the project going in the right direction. It could be that if it's a career move, you're in the middle of maybe taking some courses to help assist you climb the corporate ladder. Whatever it is, it's a card that's saying not only are you doing this, but it's going to help you achieve what you want. It's also a card saying that money could be on the way, to expect unexpected bonus or gift. You might be offered an opportunity to gain new skills that will help you move forward. So if you work in an office or have a career of some kind, be on the lookout for that. And as a reflection of us, as in the spread, it shows us as being hardworking, trustworthy, and a person that's dedicated and take our responsibilities seriously. The next card is our inner emotions, our hopes, emotions, desires, and fears. And the card that came up is the Ten of Pentacles. And if you look at the Ten of Pentacles, it's a beautiful, joyful, abundant card. It's a man and a woman looking each other in the eyes. There's a home in the background. There's a grandfather sitting nearby. There are pets and children, and it's just a beautiful, joyful card. It represents abundance. It represents family, love. So as a card of desires, this is something that you want your life to be. You want to have security. You want to have be able to provide foundation for your children, to provide for the elderly in your family, to family and friends. It's a beautiful objective that we have. It's also on the other side of the coin, what we desire is our fears. So there also could be a part of us that fears that we can't have that. So it's a reflection of, but it also, when this card comes up in a spread, is almost as if it's almost assured that you will have this. It's not only is it a desire, but you will be able to have this abundance in your life. The Ten of Pentacles also could represent an inheritance, generosity from somebody coming in, a love relationship that brings in wealth and happiness, a commitment from somebody that has been unable to commit in the past. It could be buying a new home, expanding the family, and it's just a card of saying that you're entering a more mature part of a relationship, with financial investments going well, emotional maturity as well, and a lot of wisdom. And the final card is the final result, and the Two of Cups came up for that position. The Two of Cups is about love and partnerships, both old and new. So this is a final results card. It shows that there will be harmony, peace, partnership, and love, that relationships will be deeper and more committed. And there is a possibility of, if part of what your goal was and is to be in partnership with somebody, whether it's romance or in a project. It's saying that you will have a definite success where your partner is going to be willing to become engaged, or there might be moving in together or getting married with this card. There's also this connection that you'll have. So if it's career or partnership or intimacy, that there will be a beautiful connection, great communication, emotions are freely expressed and reciprocated, and there's a feeling of wholeness. There's a prediction of new romance, strong prediction of new romance and strong passions coming up. And it's also the getting together with people who are very similar to you creatively. It could be also a part of you if you've been interested in writing or crafting or hobbies. This is a great card for that. And if you've ever thought of doing something in reference to psychic or healing work and partnering yourself with somebody with that, that's also a great card for that possibility. So if you started listening to this recording and said, well, you have certain questions that you want answered. I pulled cards from different decks, and the first one that I pulled is 2 cards came out from my Oracle deck, and it's the 5 of Swords with Temperance. And what this tells me is that there might have been a situation of upheaval, conflict, or loss where something has been taken from you. Someone has manipulated a situation at work or at home or in relationships that turned out unfavorably for you, or challenges or problems from the past that have left you feeling that was a large degree of unfairness. That Temperance is coming in. There will be a balance and harmony return in this situation, which is part of, I believe, the ability that we'll have to let go of the past. So if something was really, really unfair, something that has been taken from you, it will be restored, whether it's reputation, whether it's a relationship, someone misunderstanding and cutting you out, there will be some restoration there. Or whether it's a loss of finances, there might be some restoration there as well. And then from the Española cards, I also pulled 2 cards came out for that as well. And it's the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. The 8 of Swords is a card of feeling stuck, being able to unable to decide, feeling frozen or bonded, and it's not real, it's imaginary. A lot of the things that make us feel that way are things in the past, that tower moments that we've had that make us feel paralyzed and unable to move forward. But it's really time to allow the idea that these things are behind us, and now we have the energy not only within us but cosmically to really move forward in our projects, relationships. The Knight of Cups comes up in conjunction with it, and this is a card that brings a proposal. It's a card that is going to help move you forward from this 8 of Swords, because it's telling you here that it's important for you to allow the sweet things in your life, beauty, nature, time away from work, allow new friends into your circle. There might even be, it does mark a new emotional time, and is usually very positive. So there's going to be a reversal of this 8 of Swords into a time of romance, of partnerships, and beauty. It also could represent someone coming towards you that's idealistic and dreamy, artistic and sensitive, this a true romantic. Someone who is not afraid to be in a relationship, that desires to be in a relationship. And this person could be a person that finds it difficult to articulate their feelings, wanting to present themselves to you as a perfect partner, and unable to really show their true selves. So it's telling you to allow that part, encourage that part to come in if you have a partner that resonates to this kind of description. And it's telling you in reference to love to be open to real love and not judged by appearance. So use your intuition, use your heart, not just your logic, not just the logical mind. Obviously, we need to use that as well, but don't just go by appearances. Really use your intuition when relating to new love interests. So related to your question, I also pulled 3 more cards. I'm just going to read them. The first one is from these beautiful animal cards, animal medicine cards, and the type of energy that was pulled is the tiger, primal power, creation, sexuality, perception. And I'm going to read a little bit from the card. While all the feline images denote power, tigers are particularly powerful. In China, they're considered the king of all beasts. In Hindu mythology, the tiger is associated with the goddess Kali, who represents creation, sexuality, and death. In traditional Sumatran culture, tigers were killed only in self-defense out of fear, inspiring the collective hostility of other tigers. So this is a very empowering card of primal power, creation, sexuality, and perception. From the medicine cards, I pulled the dragonfly, and I will read a little bit from this book. Dragonfly breaks illusions, brings vision of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of the tiny spirits of plants and of the elements of air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. If dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On a psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mist of illusion to the pathways of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation, and remember that things are never completely as they seem. And the last card comes from a deck from a dear friend, and the card that was pulled is Success. And it says, the outcome is favorable, your hard work and perseverance is paying off. Advice, do not lose faith, keep your eye on your goals, for you are about to experience a dynamic breakthrough. So, I don't know, it's very positive. Very positive if this resonates with you, where you've wanted to start something new, you are in the middle, you've put some effort into it already, and that the effort is going to bring fruit. Lots of things are going to start to happen now. If you've been undecided to move forward, if there's a decision you've had to make or a commitment, this is the time to do it. And there is a great energy for manifestation and for things to go in a beautiful, positive way.